Flash at all. Some would say I'm the reverse.
Some would say I'm the reverse, and welcome to my review for Legends of Tomorrow, Season 5, Episode 9, titled The Great British Fake Off. Let's get into my general thoughts about this episode. I thought this was one of the best episodes of the season so far, probably the second best. Last episode and this episode have been really, really good. I think Legends is on a roll right now. Earlier in the season, it was definitely my least favorite show. I was looking forward to Supergirl and Batwoman and Flash more. Now it's my second favorite show. I'm enjoying this more than both Supergirl and Batwoman. Flash has been on a roll lately. Last week's episode wasn't amazing, but it wasn't terrible. But Legends is just behind it. Legends is really good this season. Currently, there have been a few stinkers at the beginning, and it's had some goofy moments, and it looks like there's gonna be some more goofy moments coming up, but these last two episodes have been purely like basically just story, and it's great. Legends is better than it's been since season 3, I'd say. And I don't know, I'm just loving it. So at the beginning of the episode, we saw Charlie explaining that she was telling the story of when she sent off the loom of fate. She spread it across the multiverse, or at least that's what or at least that's what I think she was telling them. But we have Enchantress in the Arrowverse now, which is cool. Visually, I don't think she's anything special. Like, she doesn't have a cool costume or anything. Her effects when she turns into the Enchantress is kind of cool, but compared to, like, say, Suicide Squad, visually, I don't think she's very good. She's not doing weird, like, exotic dances in this, so that's one point she gets over the Suicide Squad version. But it's just cool seeing her being added into the Arrowverse. But yeah, she basically hid the loom or hid the ring somewhere, and I'm pretty sure this is the final ring that the Legends need. They already have two of them. Um, and now I'm pretty sure this is the last one they need until they have, I don't know, the full loom or something. I'm not sure. But but yeah, something really really interesting in this episode is Sarah getting powers, or we're delving into that. Last episode, I completely forgot. I'm actually gonna look it up right now. Um, but the blonde sister, uh, she used her god powers on Sarah, and it was Atropos. Atropos, I think her name is. She used her magical god powers on Sarah, and Sarah lived, and she wasn't supposed to. And now Sarah, it seems, is getting power. In this episode, it seems she's looking to the future. Um, we get sort of a POV shot, and she kind of like splits in two, and she pours a glass of, I don't, it's just a beverage. I can't even remember what color it was or anything, but she pours a beverage, and then she kind of awakens, I guess, and she hasn't done it yet, and then she does in a few seconds, and then later, um, when the legends are, when they are trying to anchor the sort of ring to, like, Constantine is doing a spell. They're trying to anchor the ring to them, and she does it again. She un what's the word? She doesn't try to use her powers, but she does unintentionally. I can't think of the words right now. She unintentionally uses her powers, and she sees Ava kind of split in two and walk away, and then she faints, and then Ava walks, does the same motion that Sarah just saw. So she's basically seeing the future. So that could really be a cool and useful power for the future. The Legends could use it and stuff. So it is cool to see Sarah get powers. Only took 5 seasons. But yeah, like I said, they were trying to anchor the ring. Sarah fainted. Yeah, it didn't work, but the ring was right there John tried to grab it. Zari tried to grab it since she wants to save Behrad with it, and then they fall into this portal, and they end up in the past, and they're at Constantine's mansion in the past. It's like this boarding house, and they get a hotel room and stuff. They meet Jack the Ripper. Constantine kills him. He's an encore, so he can't die. So they lock him in the closet and stuff. And then a bunch of other encores show up, and um, they're looking for the ring. Uh, but It's not Astra because Astra doesn't know about the Loom of Fate. But they're clearly looking for the ring. And John takes the identity of Jack the Ripper. He goes down to eat dinner with them and stuff. And then, right as they're about to start killing each other, because they all want the ring, um, Cleopatra walks in. It's Zari dressed as Cleopatra, and convinces them to work together to find it, and they can all rule destiny and stuff with it. But eventually they turn against each other. They start picking each other off one by one. One of them has a compass that's leading them to the loom, and then John gets this compass. He finds the ring and stuff. Um, there's Bonnie and Clyde and Brutus and and I think King Henry VIII or something. Um, and then obviously Jack the Ripper. There's multiple encores just looking for that loom or for that ring. Let's go back. We'll go back to that storyline though. Meanwhile, on the Wave Rider, um, we have Gary and Ava and Mick. Um, using the prognosticator. There are multiple encores time traveling. It can't sense them or it can't find them because it's not programmed to sense encores when they're time traveling. But so Gary, using his wizard powers, since he is the apprentice of John Constantine, he makes a ring with whatever that powder is. He, drinks demon blood, and it was funny. He drank the demon blood and he started reciting it, and his voice was cracking. He was super nervous and stuff, and Charlie's just in the background laughing. It was a funny, subtle scene. It wasn't on the nose slapstick humor that's super obnoxious season 4 style. It was subtle and it was funny, and it was just the subtle character moments were what was funny, which I think works way better than the stupid slapstick weird sort of humor we had last season and the beginning of this season. Um, it was just a funny scene. And then they go to hell. They're looking to basically stop Astra because they think she's the one sending the encores after John, just like always. Or they don't know that they're going after John. They just know that there's time traveling encores going on everywhere, and they're looking to stop Astra from sending them out. They go confront her. She's not the one sending them out. She doesn't even have the soul coins anymore. Her vault has been broken into. It's been all stolen, and it turns out the elder sister, what's her name? Uh, Lachesis, I think is how you say it. She is the lady that has been talking to Astra and gave her the John Constantine coin earlier in the season. She shapeshifted into Astra and stole the soul coins, and she's been sending them out to try to get the ring, which is obviously what we're seeing in the John Constantine and Zari storyline. Um, so yeah, all these coins have been stolen from Astra, and then they convince Astra to come back with them to the Wave Rider. Astra saves them, and then they go back to the Wave Rider because Astra obviously wants to save her mother using the Loom of Fate. And yeah, so Astra is basically part of the Legends temporarily, or maybe she'll turn good and permanently become a good guy and stick with the Legends for a while. I guess that could be kind of cool. I'm not a huge fan of Astra's character, but I'd be open to sort of a redemption arc with her. And yeah, I'm excited to see her interactions with John going forward. So that'll be cool. Also, Astra asked Lachesis for Constantine's soul coin to continue to torment him, is what she said. I'm not sure if she did that because she wants to keep tormenting him, or if she's trying to stop Lachesis from tormenting him. Maybe she's trying to save John Constantine because, she wants to use the Loom of Fate with him to save her mother. I'm not sure. Um, I'm I'm hoping, I'm sort of leaning towards her trying to save Constantine, since I don't know, that'd just be a cool sort of character, uh, like plot point, I guess. But yeah. So long story short, John and Zari, they found the ring, and then Astra sends Gary and Ava and Mick to go save them. They do. They all go on the Wave Rider. They have all three pieces of the Loom now. Sarah has new powers. Astra's part of the team now. This episode was not only a good, like a great episode, but it was like the polar opposite of filler. Everything changed in this episode, which I just love that about it. You know, Astra no longer a quote unquote bad guy. She is a honorary member of the Legends for now. They have an alliance. Uh, what else? Obviously, they have all three pieces of the Loom. Um, and Sarah is getting her power set up. So there is a lot of stuff that got set up in this episode. Also, Zari and Constantine sort of had a romance in this episode. Um, or at least they had some romantic sexual tension. So that could be setting up a love story. Which I'm confused because they kind of set up chemistry between the new Zari and Nate, and then also Constantine and the new Zari. I wouldn't mind if they split the two Zaris. We have the old Zari that goes back with Nate, and then we have the new Zari that goes with Constantine. I wouldn't mind that, but I don't really know the point of setting up chemistry between Nate and the new Zari. But we'll have to wait and see. Also, the lady that at the hotel, it was revealed that she was the Enchantress, um, and to get the ring, they actually had to not think about it, which is sort of a spell that the Enchantress cast on the ring. So the Enchantress kind of had a cool role in this episode. I like her introduction into the Arrowverse. But yeah, is there really anything else for me to talk about? No, not really. Next episode is titled Ship Broken. The promo photos showed Lita on the ship. I have not seen the actual promo yet, so all I know is like I completely forgot what the synopsis said. All I have to know what's happening next week is the title and the promo photos. So, uh, I'm excited for next week's episode of Legends, since Legends is just really good right now. We're on a high point in this season. I'm pretty sure this season has 15 episodes, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's right or not. It either has 15 or 16, and I'm not sure if they're counting Crisis Part 5 as one of those episodes, or if it's episode 0. So I don't know how many episodes we have left, but we are definitely at a high point in the season, and I'm excited to see how it's gonna play out. But tell me in the comments what you thought of the episode. I probably get a 9.2, somewhere around there. I thought it was really good. It doesn't even compare to this yesterday's episode of Flash. That was a really good episode. But still, this one was still really good. Um, but yeah, we we are at a high point in the Arrowverse currently. Good episode of Batwoman, great episode of Flash, great episode of Legends. Last week's episode of Legends was really good, and last week's episode of Flash wasn't amazing by any means, but it was good. Um, but yeah, then we have Godspeed episode for Flash next week. We have I have not I don't know anything about the new episode of Legends. But given how that the last two episodes of the Legends have been really good, this next episode could be really good. Supergirl is coming back on Sunday. Uh, I com- I completely forgot what's going on in Batwoman for this next episode. I remember what happened last week, but I completely forgot. I I don't know if I've seen a promo for next week. Um, but yeah. Uh, Despite the COVID shutting down the Arrowverse production, we we are at a high point with these. We've had a few good episodes for almost all the shows, so I'm hyped. Uh, it's a good time to be an Arrowverse YouTuber that reviews episodes, I guess, because there's not really any bad episodes coming out. So yeah, stay tuned for all my future reviews in the coming weeks. Until the Arrowverse seasons are over. We got some Clone Wars videos coming up. Actually, a lot of Clone Wars videos. Now that this show is ending, obviously I'm gonna have a review for the final arc. I'm gonna be ranking, maybe top 10 best, top 10 worst episodes, top 10 best arcs, top 10 best original characters, stuff like that. So yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for all my future content. Got a lot of videos coming up. Yeah. See ya.